What's happening, Dangerlings? Jumping on the intro again. I wanted to tell you about a friend of mine for this week's intro. I want to tell you about my buddy Paul. He's my long-term game master. He's run many, many campaigns for me, but he's also kind of my dealer for podcasts. Paul is the person who's recommended me so many of my favorite shows. He lives up in Scotland, and every time we meet up, like once a year or so, he'll be like, right, here are the things you should be listening to. It's how I found like This American Life, some of the Scott Johnson podcasts, weird stuff like Winds of Change, and the Glass Cannon podcast, which is what gave me the idea of we could do a Pathfinder show. He's just that reliable friend who I know I can get a good recommendation to, and everyone's got a friend like that. And the reason I'm telling you is that you are that friend to somebody. There'll be somebody out there who's like, oh yeah, my buddy Steve, shout out to all the Steves, they're the person who always recommends me the good podcasts. So why don't you recommend them the Danger Club? It's that being that shameless with it. Seriously though, we have loads of listeners. If all of you find like a friend who likes podcasts and just says, hey, listen to the Danger Club podcast here, and me downloaded 100 episodes or something onto your device, we would have so many new listeners overnight. It'll be amazing, and we'll have so many new Dangerlings, so many new friends to join us on the road to 200, and I really want them to, because it's getting so exciting. All right, the road's continuing. Here we go. Be a Paul.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
I'd just like to take a little bit of tent, cut a little canvas bandage.
That's an arc, isn't it? Do half-orcs bleed different colours to other humanoids?
Yeah, it's red and green. It's like Colgate. You destroyed the curse breaker.
I was going to save the day.
Who told you to guard this room?
The lady told us to guard this room.
They've just been mind-controlled. They're not actually enemies of ours.
I tie his hands and his legs.
You could have cut the wires on the electric panel.
Lightning erupts from all sides of the room.
There's gonna be a lot of damage.
The adventure continues now.
Rolling.
I watched Moana the other day.
Which?
The best
Watch?
Moana.
Disney film ever.
Moana.
It's not the best.
It is.
It's not the best.
It is.
It's not. It's very good.
What's the best?
Aladdin. We've had this conversation before.
We've had this conversation
So many times.
Fuck off.
But Moana's good. It's very enjoyable. I've noticed a trend. I was saying to some people the other day. I've noticed a trend in like the later Disney films, the more recent ones, that there's less people in them. You think about Lion King and like Aladdin and other stuff like that. The world feels quite populous. There are people around. It helps raise the stakes, and like there's a world and stuff like that. And I think it's an intentional move with stuff like Brave and a little bit like Frozen and Encanto and Moana, is that there is, I mean, actually in Moana it's actually part of the plot. There's very famously, there's just one island and there's actually no one else around. But it feels like there's an intention to have less people around. I don't know if that's because of like less collateral damage, or like with Beauty and the Beast you had a big mob like trying to kill, the beasts, so that was a bit scary.
The thing is, you've got to remember, all those people had to be paid. So, it's a union thing. They don't want to get too many people on. Like SAG are really, really up on their
Best
extras.
Disney film? Cool Runnings.
Nah.
Stuff off.
Nah.
Cool Runnings is amazing.
Cool Runnings is quite, I seem to remember being quite entertaining, quite funny, but and it's also John Candy's last film, which we said.
Have you watched it recently?
It
still stands up. It's very good. It's very touching.
I think you'll find the best Disney film is Avengers Endgame.
Wow.
Are we talking purist Disney though? We're talking like one of the classics.
Yeah.
I mean, I did love The Lion King, to be fair. I thought
The Lion King's great.
All around of that era, like probably the best.
There's that bit. It's a shame we haven't got like the one parent of the podcast here, because there's the great bit I totally missed in Lion King where Simba's up and at him like early in the morning, and his like mum and dad are sat there trying to sleep, and she's all like, you have to get up, it's your child. And he's like, no. Before sunlight, he's your child. And it's just such a strong parent move. It's clearly went over my head at the time of watching it. It's lovely.
Did anyone watch the live action Lion King? Did anyone watch
Apparently
that?
it's awful.
I haven't watched
Did it have James Corden in? I think
he's in everything past.
I think he's in there. In which case, I burnt a copy of the film instead of watching it. So I actually bought a physical copy and burnt it.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
Hey, yo!
No, but I mean, in all seriousness, I heard it was really bad. Even like die-hard fans of The Lion King were just like, no, that's really bad.
Yeah, what did you think, Ross?
Yeah, it was all right. Donald Glover was all right in it.
Yeah.
Didn't get much of a sing-song, though, on him, which was a bit sad. But
Didn't get much of a sing-song on him.
Yeah, didn't get much of a sing-song on him.
Sounds like a bizarre sort of like rap lyric, but for MT enthusiasts.
And
Get a sing-song on you, mate.
yeah, it was okay. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't like Jungle Book, the reboot, well, the live-action version of that. But
Well, that had Christopher Walken, didn't it, as the King of the Swingers, I believe, which was awesome, and he was amazing at that.
I thought they've all been received quite badly, all the live action ones.
It wasn't great. It was okay. It was entertaining, but it wasn't.
The thing is about it is there will be a generation of people in 10 years' time that will be like, I love that film, because we love those films that we watched when we were growing up. It's very much like Star Wars fans now. When we were in our teens or 20s and we were watching the prequels, we hated them, but the generation who grew up with those films absolutely loved them. Do you know what I mean? So it's...
I know what you mean, because obviously the prequel ones are, but at least they were different stories. Whereas things like that, like straight on remakes, I'm sure kids would be like, "Yeah, it was great," and they'll be like, "Sit down, let's watch the original," because it was old when we were kids.
Sure, yeah.
And they'll be like, "That's way better." I can't help but think the Willy Wonka, the Jungle Book, Lion King. They'll watch the original and be like, "Oh, that's amazing! The voice acting's absolutely stellar. The songs, the animation, it's animated, so it's never going to really age in that way, kind of thing." And the live action one, CG, it ages. I bet if you watch it now, it'd be like, that looks pretty bad now.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. The cell animation, because they've kind of gone back to that now, haven't they? They're very much aping that style. In terms of like things like Encanto and Pixar and stuff like that, they're much more like the old gel cell animated stuff.
Yeah.
Rather than CG, even though they do use CG now, but all that kind of stuff.
I think this is the best preamble we've ever done.
It's quite highbrow actually for a preamble. Like normally it's about like, oh, what did you eat this morning? Or
We're quite serious, aren't we? We're like,
yeah. But it is interesting because it's sort of like a loop of animation. So it's gone through all these phases and through it CG, and now it's kind of going back to its roots, but with using CG as well.
It's interesting. It's nice to have discussions about the progression of art, I think, in mainstream media.
Yes.
I feel that the post-Renaissance era of Disney is vastly underrated. And that's a genuine... The Renaissance era is a genuine part of Disney.
Because you've watched all of them, haven't you?
I've watched every... So I've watched every Disney movie, animated and part animated. We didn't include live action in it, other than the Herbie movies, where we were like, we're going to throw the Herbie movies in because I love them as a kid. And so we watched enough of the Herbie movies to realise that the Herbie movies have not aged as well as you think they have.
Yeah, right.
And dropped those. But yeah, I've watched every animated up till the Brother Bear is where we dropped off, which is mid 2000s, and that is where they really lose their way and just aren't sure. So you have the Disney Renaissance, which runs from Little
Mermaid.
Is it, So the Little Mermaid or Beauty and the Beast?
No, Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid was
Little
first.
Mermaid
Yeah,
is first,
Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid is the first one. That's when they start basically being like, let's throw tons of money at this, and that's where what we think of as like the 90s classics come from. That's where you got your Beauty and the Beast, your Lion King, Aladdin. Beauty and the Beast is visually stunning. Like, it's such a huge step up from where they are. The Renaissance runs through to Tarzan is the last one of that run of it, and then it's generally considered to have taken a little bit of a dip, and the early 2000s are considered to be a real kind of low point. I'm sure I've rambled about how I love the post-Renaissance era.
So
you've got Emperor's New Groove, you've got Lilo and Stitch, then you've got the crazy experimental stuff that they go into, where you've got things like Atlantis, where they've got Mike Mignola does a load of the design for it, so it looks like a Hellboy comic. And even Treasure Planet has got some good stuff in it. It's like Treasure Planet's starting to fall off, but it's got some really interesting. It looks really interesting.
Treasure Planet is fun. It's fun. It's a good story. It's great. It's very enjoyable. It's very actually. It's really a good. People quote it as one of their main aesthetic references for Spelljammer, a system that just got re-released by D&D recently. Yeah, because it's boats flying around in space, and there isn't actually that much of that if you go outside of, I don't know, Ray Punk or something like that. It doesn't exist that often.
Ray Punk? Ray Punk. Not sure Ray Punk.
Yeah, it's like it's one of the punk things.
1950s
diesel punk. Yeah.
Ray
sort of
like
punk.
Sci-fi.
Very broad, actually. Ray Punk.
I feel like there are too many punks. This is getting too much into
what made me
chuckle podcasting. Let's not do.
You mentioned the Tarzan sort of Disney film, and it reminded me of the meme that goes around where there is a shot where he is carrying the girl from it in his arms, and his legs are clearly in shot, and he's swinging from a vine, and the only way he can be holding onto it is by clenching it in his buttocks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like, you know, like they literally hand drew that stuff, or like spent so much time, still just missed that. One frame, like, oh yeah.
The problem with the post-Renaissance ones that are creatively very interesting is they didn't make much money, and so compared to the sort of the heyday of the 90s, which is at which point they start being like, okay, so let's make kids films about animals, because clearly that'll do it. So they start making Chicken Little, and they start making Brother Bear, and at that, this is at the time that and Home on the Range, I think, comes from that time, at the same time that Pixar are putting out.
Well, this is it, isn't it? When Pixar
good stuff, and it's
gold.
like, and then it all sort of loses its way a bit until it gets to the more modern stuff. And we've said many times, I think Encanto is a simply wonderful piece of filmmaking, as is Moana. But much like Moana, since the Curse Breaker has been smashed, the Danger Club are also largely vehicles for a rock.
Bit early, Dan.
Bit early? Sorry, carry on,
You're a bit
James.
off. No, you're a bit off. No, I'm just waiting for Colin to step in and be like, oh no, it's a bit early.
Hey, that was last week's episode, man.
Oh, you're all chilled out now. We're not going to get notes this week.
No.
I'm enjoying the post-preamble section now that happens, where I do the segue into the episode, and everyone talks in a very meta way about the 10 minutes we've just spent, and how long it took, and how we might spend a bit longer.
We're like danger recalling in between the episodes.
Yeah.
We are.
It's a glance at the skeleton.
This won't fly on my show, by the way, on Danger Games. I'm not having this.
Thank Christ.
I'm going to cut the preamble at 2 minutes. Sometimes I'm going to let it go on for 20 minutes. Do you know what? There's no hard, rigid rules.
What's your show, Scott?
It's the Danger Games on our Patreon. The first episode's available for free everywhere you can listen to good podcasts. It's about these guys getting into fights in a gladiatorial arena and eating pomegranates.
And what tier do you need to subscribe,
It's
Scott?
the £5 tier if you want to listen to all the episodes, and also Brindlewood Bay, and also Ross's run on Kids on Bikes.
And that really supports us as a podcast, doesn't it?
It really supports
helps
us. It helps us buy more wine and olives and hummus.
And it's interactive because the Dangerlings, although the Patroni, actually get to have a say in the episode.
It is interactive. Not satisfied with our careers as they are, we're also bringing immersive theatre to you via this, where you also have a say on the outcome of things.
Can I listen to any of these episodes for free?
You can listen to the first one for free, like I stated, but absolutely, I love saying it again. You can listen to the first one for free. The first one's called I Jam Spartacus.
For
It's
free?
available. Yeah, it's for free.
God, why wouldn't
So you can literally test it before you decide to purchase it.
No, you can't do that. Once you commit to listening to one episode, you have to listen to the rest. It's a trap. It's an audio trap. It's like a virus. I'm like Mr. Purple from Jessica Jones, okay? Once it's in your ears, then you have to listen to the rest. You're compelled to. And speaking of viruses that get into your ears...
You can't do half a segue.
I was cooperative. I was passing the baton.
That's not yes and. That's deal with my problem. You're like the guy who walks into the what is this object scene? Walks in and goes, it's the concept of blue. And flips everyone off. Fucking that's all right.
Speaking of dealing with our problems,
we have you have dealt with one of your problems, which is the electrical lightning traps. You've disarmed one of them. There are 4 left. One of them's dripping with acid. Unfortunately, they've all exploded outwards. Bolts of lightning streaking towards random people in the room. So they all go for they all target random people. So I have rolled to see who the bolts of lightning go for. The first bolt of lightning hits Ross. Not Folton. Ross.
It flies out of the game straight into Ross.
The dwarf that we have previously described as being played by Ross, who is lying peacefully on the floor, having been bonked on the head, and is having a nice sleep. It hits him with a bolt of lightning and just electrifies him while he's lying on the ground, and then he just falls to the ground, back down to the ground, and just lies there with smoke coming out of him. So that's a good one. That missed him. The second one comes at Bubba Von Hoops.
Ooh, what save do I need?
You don't need to make a save. You just need to deal with a roll against your armor class.
Oh, all right, okay.
It's a natural 20.
Sweet dear Lord.
41. Now, fortunately, the trap is not a named NPC, so it doesn't get a crit card. So it's just going to be double damage against Bubs.
Fucking hell.
Oh, no.
Wait, was it 41 to hit?
41 to hit.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Yeah, you don't get
imagine
a
that.
crit.
Bubba, you take 10 points of electricity damage
Okay.
Easy.
and 2d6 points of persistent lightning damage.
Uh-oh.
Persistent electricity damage, which will tick
got
on
loads of
your
time,
turn.
man. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine. So that's 2 down. The other 2, rolling to see who they target. Both target Velda.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
The first one is a 37.
That is a hit, yeah.
I believe it's a crit. The second one is a 33.
That is a hit, but not a crit.
All right, so that's not too bad. So first one.
I'm dead, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 6 points of electricity damage. Second one
Is it?
is 4 points of electricity damage. It's a total of 10 points of electricity damage and 2d6 persistent lightning damage. So you're hit
Okay.
by a bunch of electricity.
Even on a crit.
Even on a
That
crit, it
wasn't
is
as
doubled.
bad.
They don't do a ton of damage as a base, but that persistent damage really adds up.
It's going to get you, yeah.
That's going to wear down. So and bear in mind, you are still trapped in the room.
Oh, it's the persistence on my turn, isn't it? Sorry.
The persistent ticks on your turn. Karagor, you have no persistent damage right now. What do you want to do?
Bubba, I can get to one more of these before they go off again. Can you get to the other one?
Yeah.
Great. Also, Shani, can you hear... Oh...
You hear the sound of frantic pooping from the other room.
It's not even a toilet in there.
When has that ever stopped her before?
Why don't you just do it in here then? Oh, never mind. I go over to the next nearest panel.
Okay, you move up to the next panel and give me a
Thievery.
thievery check.
Oh, fuck's sake.
So many lines.
Oh my god!
We need some dice trays, Dangerlings. If you want to
do,
send us
yeah.
dice trays.
We do need dice.
I mean,
trays.
Come on.
Okay,
I know
fine.
you have a dice tray, Colin, that you keep as far as possible from anyone else as you can.
I want to put it over there, actually.
That is a 32.
32 is a success. You disarm, you cut the wires on the next one, and you manage to disarm it. 2 down, 3 to go. You've
Have I
got one more action, so you could move to another one, but you won't have an action to be able to try and disarm it.
Can I see the wires on the other one?
Yeah, you can see there are a lot of them, but you can see some wires.
I'm going to quick draw my bow and try and shoot the wires
Yes.
apart.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Haven't made an attack so far, have I?
No, you haven't.
So this... Are you still singing whilst you're being electrified?
Yeah, man.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I'm like...
Keep falling off the fucking table. Stay there. Shit. Well, that's only an 18.
An 18, the arrow splinters off the panel, missing the wires.
Okay, well, it was worth a shot. Anyway,
Good try. Bubba Von Hoops.
How much damage do I take?
You
2d6,
take
isn't
2d6. Let's
Let's do that first, shall we?
do that first. Take 5 points of electricity damage. And give me a... we do the flat check at the end of the turn. So
Okay, all right.
oh, also, Folton, if me and Bubba fail to disable the rest of the panels, you could try smashing the door open.
Don't worry, I've got this.
Oh, no.
Good.
So I spend an action running over to the panel. Mm-hmm. And then I make a thievery check. Oh, Jesus. It's 15.
15, you just look in bafflement at the array of wires.
Do you know what? I'm
on
going to
here.
spend a hero point.
He's
I'm not
cashing
having
in. He's cashing in the hero point for a reroll.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Is that
15 that
15?
time. No, 16 that time.
16 again. You heroically stare in bafflement at the wires, just unable to figure it out.
And then I've got one more action. I'm going to try one more time.
For one more go.
Jesus. All right, that's better. It is a 22.
A 22 is not a success.
Jesus.
You
Did you
managed
take
to
a
cut
penalty
a few
for-
of the wires. No, you don't, because it's not an attack. So you can try multiple times.
Hero point for that.
Got to use them. And give me a DC 15 flat check. So roll
DC
it.
15.
So yeah, just roll a d20.
Okay. 12.
It's a 12. You keep taking lightning damage.
Great. Good round.
It's a strong round for Bubs. Can it be a strong round for Folton Battlestone?
How far away is the console thing, the trap bit?
The trap bit.
Yeah.
So there are currently 3 active trap bits around the room. They're panels all around the sides of the room. The nearest one is probably 10 feet from you.
And how far away is the door?
The door is 5 feet from you. The door is, you could take one action and be right next to the door.
What is it? The door made out of stone?
The door is made out of stone, but it is hinged. So with a strength, you could either use a strength check to try and barge the stone doors open, or you could literally attack the stone and try and smash it.
Let me just look at my da-ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-bee. Scap-a-dap-choo-pa-pa-da-pow. I'm gonna go for bloody fucking shit. Let's go for a
It's
attack.
athletics if you want to push it open, or attack is just an attack.
Okay, let me have a look at my.
If you're really struggling, you should be able to push the door open.
Let me push.
All right. You step up to try and shove the door open. Give me an athletics check.
21.
A 21 is not enough. You strain, veins popping from your muscles, but you can't push the door open. It moves a little, but not enough to fully open.
I'll go again.
He goes again.
I'm going to roll an actual dice this time.
Oh my gosh.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Folton, you shove the doors, and they just, like Aragorn, the doors burst open under your huge strength and just swing wide, and you can see the room with the rubble of the curse breaker in it, and the shocked gnome standing there in the room waiting for you.
Hello.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you didn't expect that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Put your weapon down now.
No.
Okie dokie.
And it is Velda Ken Blight's go. Velda, first off, let's give you a little bit of damage. Have another 10 points of electricity damage.
Ouch. How do you shake this?
You roll a flat check at the end of your turn
okay.
to see if it stops affecting you.
Okay.
So, here we go.
I would like to probably, because I want to get out this room. Really, are the panels charging up again, or are they done?
They are. I tell you what, something we forgot to do because it was right at the top of the episode. One of them needs to take some persistent acid damage. So, do you want to roll us a d6 and we'll?
Here we go. Let's try my lucky Las Vegas. Oh, it's a 6 now. Las Vegas gives and it taketh away, so it's a 6.
Very nice. Okay, it keeps on melting and dripping to the floor. Not destroyed, but looks really, really messed up. There's big holes in it, and it's starting to spark. I mean, it's already sparking, but...
I would like to... It's going to be random things. So I'd like to run forward. So I'm standing next to Folton. Could I do that in one move? Or I'd like to move towards the open door with one move,
but not go through it, or
well, as far as I can. Because I presume I can't get there with one.
Yeah. You're like 10. You're like 15 feet from the door, so you could get into the room with the gnome if you want to.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna run up next to Folton, and then I'm gonna cast Daze. Haven't heard that one either for a while, have we? Another little cantrip level 1. However, it has been heightened.
Okay, you cast Daze on the gnome.
So, it's a will save.
Interesting.
Because it is non-lethal damage. I'm really trying not to kill these guys.
Yeah, you're being real kind to these.
Noted.
I'm trying.
Yep. That's all we can do.
Yep. Because I could kill them so much easier.
Will save from the technician, it's a 19.
That's a fail.
All right.
Not a crit fail, it's just a fail. Now, I'm just going to ask you about this because I'm using Path Builder, which is a great app. Everyone should use that. And it says that the damage is 1d4 plus 4. If it's heightened plus 2, and it's heightened plus 4, the damage increases by 1d6. But it says it's auto-heightened it. Mm-hmm. But surely it's 3d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, should be
rather than
3d6
1d6 plus 4. Okay, yeah, because it's confusing me because it's just like, yeah, I've auto-heightened it for you, and it's 1d6 plus 4. And it's
probably auto-heightened the DCs, but not the...
right. So,
damage.
Actually, it's quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, man, cantrips.
Heightened cantrips. So 3d6 plus 4. Let's roll on the dice. Oh, my lordy. That is 13 plus 4. That's 17 points of mental damage.
Blood starts coming out of her nose and her ears and her eyes. It's not lethal.
Yes, non-lethal. Not used that in ages. It's quite nice using these cantrips.
Very nice.
Well, he's also going. Yes, so she's going. Just sort of shivering at each other, shaking around.
Oh, amazing. Very
Wonderful.
nice.
I'll get a nosebleed. You get a nosebleed.
Which means it's time for the trap to have a go. Let's see who it's going to target this time. Oh, I've got slightly fewer of them. I've got three traps left, and I've got 5 targets now.
Was there 5 panels to begin
There
with?
were 5 panels to begin with.
Hang on.
You have disarmed 2 of them. One of them has taken a bunch of damage but isn't destroyed, and 2 of them are completely fine. Let's find out who they go for. And the first one targets Bubba. The second one targets Velda. The third one targets Bubba. The four. That's it. There's only 3. There we go. 2 against Bubba.
Nice.
They love the casters, don't
Yes.
they? They love messing with your day. All right, here we go. Let's have some lightning attacks. First of all, against Bubba.
Oh, I didn't do a flat check to see if I could get rid of the electricity.
Give me a flat check. That's important.
That is important because I
Could be
might be
about to
getting
take
it
some
back
more.
straight away.
Yeah.
It's that was on the line. Right, let's try and roll this flat. Oh no, it's even worse. That's no.
Okay, you failed to do it. So the first one against Bubba is a 38.
That gets me.
Is that a hit or a crit? Is it 10 over your
Yeah,
AC?
it's a crit.
That's a crit. Second one, I'll roll the damage in a minute. Second one against Velda. That is a 33.
That is a hit, and it's 10 over my AC.
So that is a crit as well. And the final one against Bubba is only a 30. So that'll
That's not a crit.
just
It's
a hit.
still is
So
a hit.
that's nice. Right, lightning damage. Bubba, you take 8 points from the first one, and you take. Let's just roll it right now. 3 points from the second one. Velda, you take 8 points of electricity damage, and both of you are still taking the persistent. That's actually not a bad thing to have it hit the
'cause
same
it-
people, because at least the persistent stays where it is.
Yes,
Sure,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
you know.
Because it won't be double persistent
No, it
damage.
doesn't
It's just literally
stack.
the 2d6. No.
Oh, okay.
So it's
What was the damage that I suffered before? Persistent damage. Did we calculate it?
we rolled it, but I can't. We rolled it, but I can't remember what. Hang on. Right. Okay. Did you write it down?
I'm
Okay.
not sure because my hit points look a bit higher than they should.
Right,
Well, should
okay.
they actually? I'm on 36 out of 64.
We didn't roll that this turn. We haven't
you
rolled
took-
persistent damage.
Oh
no, we did.
At the start of your game, you took 10 points.
10 points.
10 points was the persistent. Yeah.
10 points with the persistence.
That was the 10 points on your go was the persistent, and then this is all new damage. All of this damage is new damage.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
yeah.
did it. Yeah.
Yeah. All good.
Yeah, all good. Sorry, I got confused because I didn't
Fantastic.
get double damage. So I was just
Yeah,
like, where's
yeah.
the next bit of damage? Of course, I didn't get struck by. Yeah.
Yep. It's time for the gnome to have a go. The gnome, with blood spitting from her face, decides to throw a bomb. Pulls a vial from her side and throws it at Folton and Velda. It's got splash damage, so she's going to aim it at Velda. A 32.
That is a hit, but not a crit.
Oh, that's good, because the crit can be real nasty. Folton and Velda, you both take 5 points of acid damage. And... sorry, it's only 4 points of acid damage to Folton. Because of the splash. And, oh dear.
How much damage?
That's 5 points for you. And you now have some persistent acid damage going on as well.
This encounter has just become really bad, isn't it?
Persistent.
It
we
is.
thought it was just going to be really easy, but what's wrong?
Just pause. Keep going. I just got a call. I think it's a delivery.
Oh, all right.
So I'm just going to tell him to open the gate and bring them up.
Sure.
And it's not my going ring.
There you go. Good podcasting there.
Quality.
I'm not going to cut this.
It's some quality
James
entertainment.
is taking a call.
Amazing. Next one, she pulls another flask from her belt, and she wipes some kind of green liquid over her rapier, coating it in some kind of liquid, and then she just backs right up into the room, away from all of you horrible people that could murder her.
Yeah.
Because Folton is right there. And that's her go. We're coming back round. It's Karagor. One fang.
The door's open now, isn't it?
Door is open.
We don't need to stay in here anymore, do we?
You do not need to stay in here.
So I don't need to disable any more panels, really, do I?
We need to drag those guys out of the room, though, because they might take damage.
Why?
Well, we want to keep them alive, don't we?
We might have the gnome.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the gnome. I could get one of them to try and help us rebuild the curse breaker. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm on the other side. I was just going to go and hit the gnome.
Yeah, I feel maybe the sooner we come out of combat rounds, the easier this will be.
Yeah.
All right, how far am I away from the gnome lady?
30 feet.
Oh, great. Okay. I just jump towards her then. Be like, hey, you. But yeah, is she your friend too? Is she? Can you stop being a friend for a minute?
I'm friends to everyone.
Can you be a friend to me?
Yes, she says, aiming a flask at you as you're running at her.
Oh, I think you're lying. I'll hunt.
So, do you? What's your movement?
30.
30. Perfect. You can get to.
Got an extra 5 foot as a feat.
Oh, very nice.
It's called the feet, but it's not called the feet.
Fleet
Love
feet.
It's not
Every strategy guide you read is like, that is the best feat. Everyone should take that.
extra 5 feet of movement.
Extra 5 feet of movement is always useful.
It's great.
What
Well,
have you
I'm not sure it's going to matter because that total is an 18 to hit.
got? An 18 ain't gonna do ya.
No, but I've got another attack.
Okay. Did you hunt prey on her? Or have
I don't remember. Do you want to roll a dice for it?
you?
Did I say it?
I thought you said it. But,
Okay. Okay, fine. I said it. I've got no actions left.
All right.
I'm just in her face. I'm like, hey, pull
getting
that
up-
down. Don't. You have to bomb both of us.
Trying to get up right in her face. Bubba, it's your go. Let's give you some lightning damage.
Why
shall
not?
We? Gotta love.
Double it.
You
Add
gotta
6.
love the lightning.
46.
10 points of lightning damage. Carrying on as the shocking behaviour continues.
Mate.
What's going to happen for Bubs?
So what? I mean, we still trying to dismantle the panels, or are we just
Well, the
getting
door's
out of
open,
there
isn't
now?
it? No, that's what we were just talking about. Yeah, the door's open, so we don't need to disable the panels. You can
Just get out.
All right, so Bubba notices that everyone has just starting to run towards the door. So how far is the door away?
The door is 20 feet from you.
Okay, well, I'll get out of the room then and get up close and personal with the gnome as well.
You want to get into melee with
Well,
the
no,
gnome?
not in melee actually. I'll stay out of range of that and just let Karagor.
How many actions do you want to use to move, basically?
Well, if it's only 20 feet, that's one action.
That's one. Yep, that's
Yeah,
fine.
cool. And then I'll just
You run out of the room, you got 2 actions left.
what is there anything else in the?
There's the rubble of the curse breaker. There's a gnome who is dodging Karagor's attacks.
Yep. Okay. I'll just say something like, I could cast thing, couldn't I? I could try and dispel magic again.
You could.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I'll try and dispel magic.
You
Let's have a
can't-
will save.
Dispel magic. Go ahead and make a spell attack.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah. 28.
A 28, you channel at the magic trying to break the enchantment, but it is still too strong to get through with your thing. Whoever cast this spell is a powerful, powerful spellcaster.
Okay.
Told you it's useless.
And then have I got a roll to just... have I got a roll to try and...
You do, give me a flat check.
flat check. Over 15, is it?
Over 15.
7.
So 7. The lightning carries on. Bubba is still coursing with lightning.
I'm not looking good, team.
No, I bet you're not. I'm not looking good either.
Taking a lot of
It's a
damage.
flat
I'm
check.
all do- I'm
flat
doing
check
good.
15.
Not doing good.
No, I am doing good. I've only
good for you.
taken 4 points of damage.
Usually it's the other way around, isn't it? So
Yeah.
What you should do, you should go and touch Folton. Put electricity into him.
Yeah.
Just be like, he's wearing armour as well. He'll go up like a little capacitor.
It's my go, isn't it?
It's your go.
Good.
Go and lick
so,
Bubba.
so they're only 10. The gnome's only 10 feet away because I'm in the door, right?
The gnome is further away because the gnome moved in her go, moved away from
How
you.
far?
The gnome is. The gnome is 25 feet from you.
Okay. I'm going to use. How far can I go? I've forgotten 20 feet. So I guess I'll have to use 2 actions to get to her. And then with my striking great club, I'm going to twat her.
Okay. All right. So you run forward. You swing the big club.
17.
A 17 is a miss. She's pretty handy on her feet.
Cool, that's the end of my go.
Oh no! Little sidebar on persistent damage, just for the two of you who are taking it. You can take two actions in your turn to try and do something that will improve your chances against the roll. It doesn't automatically stop it unless you've got something that would reasonably just automatically stop it. But you can do something to do it which will lower the DC of it.
well, that would have been good to know.
Takes 2 actions. You need to be able to explain what it is.
Okay.
And that means it's Velda's go.
Okay. Is there any metal in the room?
Any metal in the room?
Yeah.
There is the. So you're still in the panels. There are the dwarves who are wearing metal armor.
Yeah, I'd like to run over to one of the dwarves.
Okay.
And stick my hand on it.
Yeah.
To try and basically rub myself on the dwarf to try and rub the acid off and transfer the electricity into the metal armor.
You can do that to one of those persistent damages.
All right, I'll try and get rid of this electricity because that's going to work. So
there's one right next to you, so you can do that without having to
I'm
spend
just going to touch him to try and
discharge the electricity into his body. I like it. Right, first of all, let's give you
into
that.
his armor.
Into his armor, okay. Let's give you some of that persistent damage. So the first one for the lightning, go ahead and take 7 points of damage from the electricity, and the I see. Okay, and then from the acid, take 5 points of damage from the acid. As you're just burning away. You've got 1 action left. Do you want to do anything with that action? I will warn you. You are now the only member of the Danger Club still in the room with the lightning trap.
I'd like to run out of the room.
You run out of the room. That's a very good use of that. After
Yes.
having tried to channel the lightning into the dwarf next to you, let's have some flat checks. So the first one is for the lightning. It's going to be a DC 10 flat check now rather than 15.
DC 10. Oh, come on. Oh, that's a 5.
Oh no! Velda
Okay,
keeps
now.
on crackling with lightning. And then it's a DC 15 for the acid.
No, it's a 7.
Oh my
Some
god!
Terrible. That die is going to fuck off. I hate it.
Fuck you, die.
Fuck you.
Oh gosh. No time to die.
This might polish me off if it carries on. Maybe got one more turn of me. In a couple of turns, I've gone from 64 hit points to 19.
Oh!
Yeah.
Shit.
The remaining traps target the only person in the who's left in the room, which is the peacefully slumbering dwarf who's tied up, who's just lying on the floor like,
It's like Green Mile.
he's having.
So we're just going to leave the person we're supposed to save in the room to get electrocuted.
Hey,
what
you
a
could've-
waste of time.
You could have dragged him out. You could
I'm dying. I am literally crackling with electricity and dripping with acid. You have lost how many hit points?
4?
4 hit points. 4 hit points. And who tied him up?
Yeah, I'll
So
get that.
you
I'll get
tied
that.
him up and then left him at the mercy of an electricity
Yeah,
trap.
and he
Tied
can't
up.
get out as well. That's
You have
funny.
time to basically say, are we just going to... And then there's the sound of a thunderclap from the room behind. You look behind and there's just a scorched mark where the sleeping dwarf was.
Oh, we'll get that rope back now.
How did these guys take out the curse breaker? I mean, literally, like a little lightning trap, and that's it, scorched.
They're already pretty beaten up.
Yeah,
No way, man.
they'd taken a bunch of damage. And also, the Cursebreaker had taken a bunch of damage from fighting its way out of a city. So it was
True.
It was a real titanic struggle. Let's give the gnome a go, shall we? The gnome is... oh dear, the gnome's day has gone really badly all of a sudden. Right, the gnome is going to attempt to... the gnome tries to stab Karagor to 28.
28 does beat my AC.
Oof. Okay, you take 20 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a fortitude save, please.
Because the stuff she put on a sword.
15.
A 15. It is a fail. You have been poisoned.
Good.
Mate.
So that's some potentially some persistent damage for Karagor. You go to the poison ticks on your turn, I think. Okay, so that's fine. So we'll keep that one up. Right, in her other go, she is going to... she's going to try and stab Folton. This is a terrible idea. It's only a 20. That's not bad.
that is none of that.
Not bad, not good enough. Third action, she re-poisons the weapon. She smashes another vial on it and re-poisons it. Let me just check if poisoning her weapon has the manipulate trait.
Wish I'd just moved into vial making in this world. I mean, you think of all the vials that get smashed, like not even recycled, just smashed.
All that glass.
Need to charge a weapon. Smash.
Oh,
Smash.
If you walk around barefoot, you're always going to get cut up.
oh, tits.
Yeah.
The poisoning the weapon has the manipulate trait. It provokes an attack of opportunity.
For me.
From Folton, yep.
Yeah, boy. 27.
27 it is a hit.
Yeah. 18 points of damage.
Oh, you smash her in the face with the club. Oh dear.
That'll teach you for polluting the floor with your glass.
That's Fulton's biggest concern right now. All right, let's give some. It's Karagor One Fang's go. Let's give you a little bit of poison damage. You take 4 points of poison damage, and you are flat-footed.
Oh, I feel like first edition.
So you, let's give you a... I can't remember when you do the save to recover from it. We'll do it at the end of the round. Take your actions first, and then we'll...
She's still on her feet.
She's still on her feet.
Oh, that was... Oh. I can't remember if we picked up any antitoxin before you left for the jungle, but I am gonna go and just bop her on the head. Like, you're problematic now. You're troublesome. Go away.
Bop that problematic gnome.
On the head. It is
Nice.
a 32.
32 is a hit, not a crit.
I didn't hunt the prey. It's too
You hunted
late.
you hunted the prey last turn. So
I hunted the prey. I did. That's... it's a total of 14.
14 damage.
Points of damage. Still on her feet.
Still on her feet.
Just go away. We've got things to do. And I am poisoned. That is a dirty 30.
Dirty 30 is another hit.
Okie dokie. Oh, crud. That's only 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. You keep bashing her. She's looking on the ropes, but
Oh my
she's
God.
still on her feet. Give me a fortitude save to see if you recover from the poison.
Yeah, definitely do. That's also a dirty 30.
Dirty 30. Okay, you shrug off the effects of the poison. So
I just
from-
go.
gross. You are you lose the flat-footed condition. I think we probably should have done that on her turn. It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out later. We've got a whole nother round before she starts poisoning people again. And in that round, Bubba Von Hoops is going to take a go. Bubba Von Hoops is first of all going to take a little bit of electrical damage.
Yes.
Have yourself 5 points of lightning damage. And have a go.
All right. I would like to use an acrobatics check to start crumping. All right, which is if you don't know this, it's like a form of dance where you just emphatically move your body around to try and shake off the electricity. How'd you find that?
That is insane. You want to try and dance the electricity from your body?
Basically, yeah. But I'm crumping. You know crumping, man.
I do know crumping. Yes, from that.
Shake your body.
Like most people, I know crumping from that post-credit sequence from Community and nowhere else.
yeah. It was a trend that didn't last very long, I guess. Yeah. But people still do it. Like
you bust out some moves for 2 actions.
Right.
You don't need to roll for it. I'll let it lower your DC. Because, oh my god, there's some GMs who'd kill me for that level of thing, but I quite like it. You got 1 action left. What do you want to do with your 1 remaining action?
All right. With that remaining action, I hadn't thought that far. Sorry, James is on the phone again. So I was just wondering if we could hear him, but it's okay. We
can take James's phone.
Yeah, and throw it away. I would like to. Oh no, I can't do that because it's a 2-action spell. I guess I'll just. Do you know what? I'll inspire courage. Because then it might help me on a roll at some point.
Very good. You start singing again. You get your songs up and running. Make a flat check. DC 10 because of your crump.
It's 10.
Oh my god!
Yes. Does that mean that I win or does that mean you win? I don't know.
You win.
Yes. I shake off the electricity. Crumping. That's amazing.
Do you have any idea how mad James is going to be when he realises that?
Yeah, right. I just danced my electricity away.
Oh my gosh. All right, Folton, to the battle, to the stone. It's your go. You're in melee.
Right. I am going to do a furious focus on this girl, but can I make it non-lethal damage?
A non-lethal furious focus.
Yeah. Natural 20, which means it's a 36.
Amazing. And it's a 37 actually because you got +1.
Yeah, 37.
Would you like a crit card?
You get 1 on your damage as well.
Why is it not? Yeah, thank you. So it's bludgeoning.
Yeah.
The target takes 1d4 persistent bleed damage. Broken nose.
Of course there's persistent damage.
Broken nose. So that is... I mean, do you want to know?
I'd love it. I'll take a number.
Okay, hold on. I just haven't done the extra 1d...
I'm never going to underestimate your ability to roll low.
So that is...
Gosh.
42 points of damage. Well, 42, and then 1d4. It's yeah, I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. 1d4, and then an extra 1 point of damage.
You had the
45
and
46 points of damage.
Points of damage.
For non-lethal damage.
You smash her on the top of the head. She crumples. Her eyes go sideways. She crumples to a heap on the floor, unconscious. And then her nose explodes. And blood just begins just pissing from her face.
I just stand over her, covered in her blood, just
drenched in blood.
Too much. Too much.
I enjoyed it, to be fair. I was dancing all the way through it, to be honest.
Oh my gosh. She's down.
She's down. Are we out of combat?
She's down and then some. We would be out of combat, but you know, someone's taking. Well, I mean, we can jump out of combat, but someone's taking damage every 6 seconds, so it might be best to try and figure that one out first. Velda, it's your go. Conveniently, let's give you some.
Velda, do what I did. Start dancing. I danced it off.
You danced it off.
That's it. I started crumping.
All right.
From all of the persistent damage, you take another 10 points.
10 points. Okay.
Imagine Velda did the same.
Okay, and now you have a go.
In that case, I would also like to try and emulate the dance that Bubba was doing to stop this damage.
Yes,
I'm going to
man.
roll a different dice to see if that's going to be any
amazing.
different. Do I get a reduction on this?
I gave it to. Imagine if I gave it to Colin and not to you. So,
Was it because my athletics, or was it?
no,
because-
you didn't roll anything for it.
Oh,
you
yeah, of
spent
course,
2
yeah, yeah,
actions.
right.
So you do your dance, Bubba. You throw it to Vilda. Vilda then takes up the dance.
Okay.
Like proper Guardians of
And
the
it's
Galaxy.
a natural 20. I hit Velda crumps like a good one.
And you throw off the electricity.
that's
Crackles
amazing.
Fair enough,
around
shape
the
says
room.
looks like electricity flying off.
Give me a. It's a 15 for the acid though to try and shake off the acid damage.
Oh, it's a 12.
It's a 12. You're still taking acid damage, so we'll come back around. Let's see if anyone's got anything that can help with this. Karagor, have you got anything that might be able to help Vilda?
With persistent.
He's just covered in acid, which is just burning through his skin and clothes.
I've got no idea. I've got no anti-acid things. I've got no Rennies. Could I make a survival check to know what would stop the acid? I never remember what in real life. Is it water you're not meant to put on acid?
No, not water.
Yeah, it's not, is it?
No,
Oil?
water you are supposed to.
You are supposed to put
Yeah,
I think we're
because we
yeah.
have
any
water.
any burn that you get, you should run under a tap.
Because we got bottles of water at my job for acid attacks. Like you have to pour it over your eyes and stuff.
Because I suppose you dilute it. As quick as
yeah,
you can.
it won't like stop it. Yeah, like dilutes it.
The best thing is an alkaline. So using sort of
Milk.
Is it baking soda, or is it
Milk.
bicarbonate
Lemonade.
soda? Maybe.
Milk.
Around the corner.
Don't put milk in anything.
Milk.
Don't listen to this.
It's alkaline. It is alkaline.
Is it?
Yeah, that's why for upset stomach you drink milk because it combats the acid in your stomach.
Like the heat from chili.
You also definitely shouldn't drink milk on an upset stomach because it's dairy.
No,
It'll make it worse.
No.
And so it's just science.
Just mate,
Science,
mate,
bitch.
You're lame. You're a snowflake. I just get the cow, stick the udder straight in there. Just done, mate.
Well, whilst you wank off a cow,
That's not how it works, Scott. That's
try
not what the udder does.
a survival
Anyway, I'm still
check.
covered
This
in
acid is it's a natural one. I've been it, so I'm poisoned in my one visible eye. I lost fight to I'm a leopard. What am I doing? What am I even doing?
You're
What am I even doing?
You're convinced you haven't seen acid before in your life.
It's like getting out a red wine stain. You have to throw a different alchemist flask. You have to throw an alchemist fire onto it to put out the acid. That puts out the acid.
I'm going to be poisoned to death soon, too.
Right.
Oh,
Okay, let's see if Bubba has anything that can help with this.
Nah.
Okay.
I might have something, to be honest. I don't know. Advice? Just keep dancing, man.
I'll square with you right away. I am no longer going to allow you to dance off persistent damage. That was a one time. You can't dance off the acid that is.
Okay.
So he's coated in acid and it's burning through his clothes.
I might have, what's it called? Prestidigitation. Would that work?
You can use that to try and clean up some of the acid.
Yeah, I'll do that. It's a cantrip, so I'll just like...
Okay, you cast prestidigitation to try and clean off some of the acid. Give me I tell you what, Bubba, give me a spell attack roll to see how much you can clean off.
Yeah, okay. It is a 24.
A 24, that's pretty good. All right, Velda, I'm going to give you an immediate extra flat check, DC 10, to try
Nice.
and clean off, to try and get rid of the acid.
Okay, come on.
That's fair.
Oh, it's on the line. It's an 18, but it's on the line. Damn you, table. It's a 16!
Bubba,
Hooray.
you magically sweep the acid from Velda's body, and Velda collapses. to the
Oh,
floor.
good thinking, yeah.
That was fun. Eh?
That was not fun.
No. I am very
at my-
badly burnt.
Look at my feathers, man.
Karagor
yeah,
takes
the-
damage from the poison, right?
No, you shot.
hogged it out,
You
didn't I?
saved.
okay. Who out the bad guys remains alive?
None of them do. The only person who was still alive was the Aspish technician, who, on her turn, after you've done it, takes bleed damage and bleeds to death.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Sorry.
Well, I'm so glad we
No, I
took
mean, it
this.
literally wasn't your fault. Like, you literally had no control over that.
Can we search the gnome and see what she's got?
Yeah, you can do. You search through the gnome. She's got a few interesting little pieces.
Probably like 6 healing potions or something.
Oh, that
That'd
would
be
be
really
nice, wouldn't it? So you look around the room. You find a switch on one of the walls that has been pulled down. It's over by the door that just locked from you that you came in. It's the one you saw the gnome pull early on. You find on the gnome, they've got a rapier that looks like it's got some. The rapier looks like it might have some runes on it, and you find 2 lesser antidotes, 1 alchemist flask, 2 alchemist fires, and 2 lesser elixirs of life.
Okay.
That's what you find on that person, and you find the rubble of the curse breaker lying there.
Velda, can you cast mend on this thing?
I mean, I could. I'd have to prepare it for tomorrow, but I could cast mend. I mean, can I do a knowledge arcana to see if that would even come close to?
I mean, I've got it. So.
That's the thing. It is a natural 20.
Natural 20. You know everything about mending. Tell me about if somebody's got it up. Tell me what's the size of something you can mend with mending?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be mending. It is 5 hit points per spell level to the target, potentially removing the broken condition. This repairs it past item broken threshold. You can replace lost pieces or repair an object that's been completely destroyed. It doesn't say... right at the top. My bad. Object of light bulk or less.
A light bulk or less.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's to make your sword not bent anymore.
Too big.
Basically, yeah. It's like, yeah.
So it hasn't been disintegrated. It's in about 5 or 6 big chunks. Like the arms are lying at the side. The head is lying right in the middle of it with those kind of sparkling crystal eyes looking up at you.
First off, just before we carry on, do we know how much those elixirs of life give back if you drink them? Are they
lesser elixir of life?
I remember they were shit, weren't they?
I remember James drinking one and he got 1 hit point back or something.
They're not great because it's the elixir, but they're not great. It was the lesser, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A lesser elixir. No, I do not.
Dan, are the eyes still glowing?
The eyes are still glowing. Yeah, they're still. They seem to reflect. You look at them and you can see your own face staring back at them. And somewhere in your mind, you just hear Folton Battlestone.
Oh, I pick up the head.
You pick up the head. It's it takes both hands. It's this huge, heavy.
Careful
thing.
with that. It's already really broken.
Folton, didn't you bang on about being like a stonecrafter or something like that?
Hey, used to be working in smithy,
Which is that's different, isn't it? That's different.
Yeah, but
we're quite different crafts.
I did a lecture in stonemasonry.
Oh, I'm not sure if that's a qualified professional ready to.
I learned a lot.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
No, I just learned. I got a degree. It was a 2-2 in stonemasonry.
Can I make a crafting check to see how much this would take to put it back together?
Give me a crafting check to have an idea of what to do.
Oh, fuck, it was a 2. Don't worry about it.
I don't.
Yep.
Who were I have to do knowledge recall. The people who made golems in Karagor.
Oh, the Ardok Brotherhood. There you go. How's that for something to pull straight out of my brain? The Ardok Brotherhood in the Bis district of Karagor, famous golem creators.
Because this was golem.
This is as close as you can. Yeah, this is the nearest thing you would approximate this to would be a golem.
Yes, that's what Velda thought it was when he first saw it. Fun fact: the elixir of life, lesser, is actually pretty good. 3d6 plus 6 hit points.
Okay. I'm going to just chin one of them if you don't mind me.
How many we got? 2.
Just how bad are your hit points?
How what?
How bad are your hit points?
I'm down to. I'm very, very badly hurt.
To put it a numerical quantity.
No, fuck that. No, I don't want to do that. We're in a fantasy game. I'm not going to keep telling numbers that I know mentally. No, I'm not going to do that.
All right.
I'd say I'm very, very badly hurt.
Yes, I think.
So is Velda.
Hold on.
I do have a spell.
I'm only drinking one.
Have you got a spell?
There is another one. We've got 2.
I've got a soothe spell, so I could cast that on you. And then I could down one.
Yeah, that's right.
This feels like a con.
Why is that?
Well, no, I'm just saying if we want to level us out a little
Soothe
bit.
sounds bollocks. That sounds like something you've
I've
sort
used
of
it
like,
before, and actually everyone's like, "Oh, it's pretty good actually."
Oh, is it? Well, you use it on yourself then.
2D 10 plus 4. I don't know if I can cast it on myself. That's the thing.
Should be able to.
You don't actually get the healing from it. You just get the aspiration of the healing. You then have to recruit more people to the idea of getting healing.
You just feel great.
Yeah. Just wait. Scott's just gone ahead of John's potion.
I did say I was going to do that
That's
because
fine.
with 2 elixirs of hope and we have a healing spell. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Karagor is right next to the person who died. So yeah, you are right, and you can absolutely grab one and just chin it.
All right,
away.
then let's cast Soothe, and you can have
While
the
you
elixir,
do-
Bubba.
while you
'cause that's
do
what you
that-
do in a team. Lay it on me, soothe me.
In this room,
I'll let you know in a minute.
is there like a hole in the wall, a hole in the ceiling, or anything? or
There
like,
is not in this room. No, there's a staircase going up, which was the one that had all of the darts on. There are still a few discarded darts on the floor from your last trip here, and there's a basilisk skin laying on the floor over a
The
grate.
basilisk.
Can I talk?
There's also like occasionally like through all this kind of every few seconds there's another clap of thunder from the other room as the lightning just kind of blasts the floor.
I don't think we need the hog. I think the head is still shining. There must be something to do with the head.
Well, that can't be right because when it cured me of the curse, it had to touch me on the hand with its hand.
No, but there must be some sort of thing that comes out of his eyes and it goes.
No, because I think it was.
Do I remember when it cured me of my curse?
It held out a hand, but yeah, it held out a hand to you.
Did it do anything with its eyes?
The eyes didn't. The eyes
think they
reflected
glowed.
you and sparkled. Yeah, they glowed. There's definitely something about the eyes, but
All right, if you've got some stonemasonry intuition, Folton, then that's better than nothing.
With the last time we're here, so after a non-recall, because was there a room that it was heading towards 2B? There was a plinth, wasn't there? And then
that's
a room with
upstairs where you fought the Croak Chief. Yeah, that's up the top.
That's
So you go.
probably where it was heading.
Let's go upstairs with the head.
Okay.
Right, we have a problem.
What's that?
Well, I've used all my level 2 spells, and I heightened this spell to level 2.
That's right. You drink the elixir, and we'll just
Hang on, we'll talk about this off air, and we'll do it in the next.
No,
episode,
that's right. No, you go for it. Go for it. Because hopefully, I shouldn't. I was unlucky in that game.
We've got Shania present in the party as well, haven't we? So.
Yeah, you've got a Shania with you, and she may have some healing.
All right, okay.
Yeah,
we'll do that because it's
which could be
we'll sort this out in a minute.
Which could be important because it's looking at those stairs. So yeah, you look at. What else would you like to do? Yes, Folton is now holding.
I'm just walking up the stairs really
this
slowly.
huge thing. Fulton, as you step on the first step,
Oh, for fuck's sake!
ching, 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 ching. Nothing happens. They've disarmed that stupid trap.
Oh, thank goodness!
Or it's finally ran out of darts after its lifetime supply.
Can I make another Arcana check to try and
sure.
work out what it would take to put the golem back together?
No problem.
If it's it's quite good.
Jesus!
I apologise, everyone. Kaplan just had a little moment. So impressed with my Arcana check. That is a 32.
A 32. Okay, so you take a look at. You don't think that there is anything. You don't think you need any kind of ritual magic or specific golem crafting to rebuild this. The head is definitely magical, like it's radiating a ton of magic if you cast Detect Magic to the point it almost overloads the spell. However, you reckon that a skilled stonemason should be able to reassemble this statue using only mundane tools. It won't be as good as it was, but they might be able to do it. But you don't necessarily... All of the pieces are carryable by at least 2 of you. Like, some of the bigger chunks will take 2 of you to carry. But you could feasibly move the golem in bits. You could move the Cursebreaker in bits to wherever it's trying to go, and you could reassemble it.
So looking at this, yes, we should be able to. A decent, skilled stonemason should be able to reassemble the Cursebreaker, but we should probably move the parts into the room it was trying to go to and make sure it's safe there first.
Right.
Fulton is very slowly making his way up the stairs.
But maybe someone want to help, because that is definitely the most important bit. Like, that head is just full of magic.
It's a little bit difficult because we want to talk about the healing offline, but Dan wants to get into the next room, but we don't want to go into the next room before healing.
We're saying Dan wants to get into the next room while someone else at the table is saying, I walk up the stairs.
I said that.
Let's not go. What I'm saying is we don't want to go in that room.
There is a character in this world who is currently going up the stairs. You need to discuss with that character if you don't want to go up the stairs.
Wait.
It's got nothing to do with Dan, and it was all Folton / He's literally making that noise for the last 10 minutes.
Oh, God's hand comes down, picks up Folton, and is like, no, naughty dwarf.
Thanks, Dan.
What do you want?
Stay here.
Okay, well, I'll just rest it on my knee on the stairs.
Just put it down
we just
gently.
all discuss like in character that we all like take turns and helping move the stones like as we would like getting them up the stairs.
But we're not sure if it's safe up there because Edie.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Well, she very probably is.
She probably is. She must be around it somewhere.
But we need to get the statue
Edie, you upstairs?
Oh,
You from up the top of the stairs, you hear the sound of something go. And that is where we leave it for tonight.
There we go.
Did you just fucking pull the boss? You just fucking pull. I'm on 16 fucking.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Can we reactivate the trap and get dart her to pieces? What sweet irony that would be.
Hey, fucking wise guy. That's right. Get the fuck in here. I need to talk to you about some guy out on the street.
The what?
The guy out on the street. See that guy over there?
The street?
Yeah, the street.
What's the street?
It's the street. It's the thing you walk down. All right?
Oh, the street.
Oh, you mean the sidewalk?
That's what I'm fucking saying. What are you saying?
I'm saying street.
Yeah, that's exactly what I fucking said.
No, you said street.
Hey, who's telling the fucking story
sorry.
here?
Yeah,
you or
yeah,
me?
go
huh?
ahead.
Yeah, back off, huh?
street.
Yeah.
No more pastrami for you. Anyways.
Who wants to tweet?
Huh?
Who wants to tweet?
No one's tweeting. Would you get
Barry, we're
Grandpa
getting
back
on
out of the
our
garage?
Let's get on our feet.
All right, Stephen Rivet was the Dangerling of the week, all right? And that's that guy out on the street, all right, looking shifty. Stephen Rivet, Dangerling of the fucking week.
Yeah, what did they used to call him on the street, you know? They called him Steve the
Riveter.
They called him the
Riveter.
rivet.
They called him the Riveter.
Yeah.
You know
He used
why?
to rivet
He
Yeah.
used to rivet in your fucking neck.
in your knees.
Yeah, right.
Get your rivets in your knees. Repair your knees, please.
Isn't that rickets?
Rivet.
No,
Yeah,
rickets is a
rickets.
vitamin D
Yeah.
deficiency.
Yeah.
That's what he used to cure with his rivets.
Which everybody in England
Yeah,
has,
no,
'cause
no.
ain't no sun over there.
No one talks about Stephen Ricketts anymore.
But if they did
that
talk
guy-
about him, they'd go to patreon.com/Danger Club Podcast to be a Dangerling of the Week. Am I fucking right?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Bada
right.
boom.
That's the
Bada
word on the
bing.
street.
Can I tweet about it?
No.
Okay.